Down with me, you down with me, down with me. I got a crowd wrapping round the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, I don't hear no clown talking foul on me.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of What Are Y'all's Podcast. It's your host JMX, my co-host Ryan. Hey, look, man, NFL regular season over, closed, book seal, stamp it. Man, first off, Ryan, before we get into everything, one, how you doing? Give me how you doing, bro.
Man, you know how I'm fucking doing. You already know how I'm doing. My whole season is over. Granted, my season was over week 13, but besides that, I'm chilling. We getting a little snowstorm over here. I think my mom said it was like somewhere between like 6 to 13 or 14 inches or something. So yeah, apparently we're supposed to get hella snow. Granted, I'll probably wake up tomorrow and it'll be like an inch of snow or whatever. But besides that, I'm just chilling. How about yourself? I know you probably hyped.
Hey, man, between Wemby and my Broncos right now, I just can't, bro, we just dubbing all around. Shout out to my Broncos, baby. Hey, but look, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I'm just so happy. I mean, I can't even, the joy I've had today watching my team clinch a playoff berth for the first time in 9 years. It just feels like it was time. Like it felt like honestly, it was time for the Broncos to get in, bro, and we did it. But I've been doing good, man. This new year starting off pretty well for me. I can't really complain about anything too much, man. Shout out to my Spurs. We got a big win the other night. We lost on the second game of the back-to-back, but hey, the first game was what really matters, though. That's when, you know what I'm saying? And the second game went to OT, but I still think the Spurs are that little one piece away from actually like contending, like not winning a title, just contending. But yeah,
Is this the best besides since 2015? Is this the best year of your life, sports related?
what 2023?
No,
I mean,
besides
I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean,
besides
2024.
2015. Get rid of 2015.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I will say, the 2024 season for both basketball and football. Basketball, kinda, because I still got to experience the DeRozan years in the DeRozan Aldridge duo when we were still a playoff team. But in terms of like excitement, yeah. Cause like, bro, we got two young like stars, bro, two guys that I wanted, and like we actually did everything. Like everything that I wanted from our teams has happened. Like every single thing. I remember when the Saints first let go of Sean Payton. Me and my brother was dying. We wanted Sean Payton so bad, and it kind of worked out. Hackett turned out to be the worst coach in NFL history, so we had to let him go. And then Sean Payton fell in our lap. I wanted us to tank. Hey, it hurt. We got rid of my boy DeJounte, but it was worth it. We got Wemby, and now look at this man. He's an MVP candidate in freaking year 2. So I mean, look, everything that's happening right now for my two teams, look, it's definitely. I feel like this year, 2025, is gonna be a really good year, bro. Not just for sports related, just man, the vibe already. It's starting off great. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just it's starting off pretty great, man.
I feel that. I don't know. I felt like this would be the easily, hands down, best year of your damn life besides 2015.
Man, we get to play a playoff game, bro. And I low-key wanted it to be on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But look, Sunday, we got the noon game, 1 o'clock. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a good one. I can't even lie. I'm excited for it. But yeah, man. Hey, look, let's go ahead and jump right into these games. We can talk about this one really quick. Browns travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ravens were 20-point. They covered the spread. Crazy. They Ravens win this game 35-10. They finished the season 12-5. Browns finished the season 3-14. The Browns clinched the second pick, right?
Yeah, second.
Yeah, they clinched. The Browns got the second pick in the draft. But shout out to the Ravens, man. Lamar, just another basically MVP performance. Zay Flowers went down early in his game. But I mean, 16 for 32 passing, 217, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry was a monster, 20 carries, 138, 2 touchdowns. Lamar also had 63 on the ground. I want to give a shout out for the Ravens, and then just kind of just everything I got to say about the game. Rashad Bateman, I want to give my shout out to him. I've crucified that man, But I will say this: he has turned into a really good route runner with a great route tree and a great receiver. I mean, his biggest problem was kind of his hands, but I will give him his credit. Like, and they have found a way to utilize him. And if you watch, like, did you watch the game against the Browns? That man, with the way he was running his routes,
Yeah.
and he's been getting better like every single game this season. He obviously had that big play where he dropped the ball and it was huge. I think he had two big drops. One was in the Steelers game and one was against the Browns. But I mean, over this last second half of the season, he's been really picking it up and he's turning into a real weapon for the Ravens. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to him because look, Lamar don't really have that many weapons, but Bateman is coming along. It may have taken him a long ass time because I mean, what is this year what year 4? I can't remember. I know it's been like a while.
It's
I
either
know
year 3 or 4.
yeah, he was drafted in 2021, so it took him a little minute, but I mean, he has really come along into a really good route tree guy. I mean, he can run pretty much everything. He's got good speed. He's coming along with his hands. I mean, shout out to him.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark Andrews as well. Struggled earlier in the season. He's really been picking up towards the end of the season. This was just they just needed to play the game. This was the hat and t-shirt game. It was written. It was over before they even snapped the ball, before they even kicked the ball up, before they even showed it to the stadium. We all knew
Yeah,
that
nah, it was
the
over.
Ravens about to kill him. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to give the one shout out I will give to the Browns. Shout out to my boy Jerry Judy. 6 catches, 63 yards, finishes the season. First 1,000-yard seasons. He got 1,200 yards, 90 catches, 4 touchdowns. It's one of those things where, like we knew, shout out to Jordan, me and him both knew the talent this guy had. And just like, can you imagine if we had a guy like Jerry Judy? Can you imagine? Like, it's just so tough. Sean didn't want to trade him, man. I just like, damn, bro. He's literally what we need right now. You know what I'm saying? We need a big receiver, and he is that. But I mean, just kudos to him. Pro Bowl guy. Probably gonna be. He should be on an All Pro team. I'm not gonna lie to you. At least All Pro second team. That's just my opinion because he's having a killer season. But yeah,
Man, we both know if Pickens didn't get hurt, Pickens would have been there instead of Judy.
I ain't trying to.
But we'll get into Pickens in a second.
Yeah, we finna get into Pickens right now. Actually, Cincinnati travel to Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. They went. Cincinnati wins this game. They won it. I don't know why I trusted Russ. Lord Jesus Christ. Bengals finished the season 9-8. Steelers finished the season 10-7. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got 3 main takeaways of the game. I won't even read off the stats. I mean, well, Burrow, I will read off Burrow. 37 for 46, 277, a touchdown with a pick. I mean, Joe Burrow was killing, man. He was unbelievable in this game. Jamar Chase with another 10 catch, 96 yards, a touchdown. I got 2 takeaways for the Steelers. Their defense, well, 3. Their defense is really good, bro. Like, their defense can, like, what they do, I know it's divisional game, but they're like, y'all will have a chance to win any playoff game y'all play because of this defense. But the offense is horrible. Struggle to run the ball. And George Pickens, I don't know what the hell going on with him. He dropped, 4 passes yesterday? Fryermuth dropped 2.
Either dropped 3 or 4.
And Russ, like, this is what I got to say. Look, I'm not putting the whole game on Russ. I don't think Russ played atrocious. But I feel like y'all, even with all the Pickens drops and the Fryermuth drops, even though Russ made 2 crucial misses, 2 mishaps on the last drive of the game. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what was going through this man's head. Russ has been in the league, I don't know how long now. He's a vet. Been in the league over 10 years. Why would you throw the ball away? You had got the big chunk play. You have a timeout. The clock's on your side. Throw the ball away. Stop the clock. You have a timeout. That way you can take your shot to get across the field goal range, get in Boswell's territory, and you're good. Instead, I don't know, Russell Wilson decided that he was in his prime. See, that's the second time he's done that, Ryan. The second time Russ has decided to think he's Superman and take on a defender in a clutch situation. He did it a few weeks ago against Baltimore where he thought he could take on a safety one-on-one and he got flipped and he fumbled. And then now he decided that he was going, I don't know what, fight for a first down. I don't know what was going through his head. And that cost them because then they had to use their timeout. And now you're looking at against the grain because now you can't stop the clock. Now the defense like, okay, all we're gonna do is play the sidelines because even if they get something, odds are they might not have time to run out the field goal unit and kick a field goal. You know what I'm saying? And then the next two plays, Russ missed Pickens wide open. Pickens clean break out the route, beat him downfield. Russ threw the ball towards the sideline. Told you he a 50-50 guy. That's what he is. He was trying to hug that sideline. Didn't happen. And then obviously the last play, the fourth down, where Freiermuth just couldn't hold on to the ball. That one was on Freiermuth. But Russ got to be better. That's just really that simple for me. Russ got to be better. Pickens got to be better. Everything on this offense has to be better. Everything. And y'all got Baltimore. I don't think y'all are gonna win the game, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that the game is over. Like I do honestly believe TJ Watt is that much of a game changer to impact that, have a heavy impact on that game. I know Ryan's over here thinking y'all have no shot. I'm picking Baltimore, but I do think you guys have a chance. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say you guys have zero chance. You're gonna have to run the ball really well, or at least not, because Russ in these one-on-ones, dog, like, teams are realizing you take that away and he don't have nothing. But I don't know, man. If you guys can somehow really just catch the ball and be smart with it, y'all might have a chance.
Man, I have a better chance of winning the lottery
Wow.
than winning this playoff game. Nah. It's over. Season is already over. Season been over for a couple weeks now. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't really understand, like, on the Pickens play, on that out and up. It's like, man, he really could have walked in for the touchdown, for the game-winning touchdown, if Russ would have hit him in stride perfectly, everything. Granted, I have no idea why he was dropping that many balls. And like, some of them I understand. Some of them were contested. Some of them were, like, he was tightly guarded. There were a couple where he was wide open. He just dropped that shit. It's like, I know a lot of Steeler fans want to see him gone. It's like, nah, he the best player on our offense by far. It's for you just want him out of town like that is insane. I understand the attitude problem, but that's just him. You know, he's so talented but like that's just him. You kind of have to take it with a grain of salt with him. Like, the talent is always gonna come, but that attitude with him sometimes on the field is always gonna come. But like, I don't know. Dan Moore Jr. was awful. He was letting Trey Hendrickson do whatever he wanted. I think he had 3.5 sacks, I think it was. So, like, there were a couple things that I would blame on Russ. That 2-minute drive, I would primarily blame on him. And then, besides that, that last drop from Freiermuth. But, like, I don't know. I knew we were going to lose this shit. I knew it was going to be like this. I knew we weren't going to get blown out, but I knew we were going to lose this exact fucking way of a close 3. I was expecting, like, maybe a touchdown, not like a 2-point game. But shit, we had a better chance at making Boz kick a 90-yard field goal than going down there and doing anything else. Like, and I had a friend that went up to the game too, and I kept trying to tell him, I'm like, bro, you know we're about to lose, right? No. We still got a chance. No, bro. You're going to drive all the way up there, pay $300 to lose the game. It was ridiculous on how bad the offense really was compared to, like, man, we just put up, what was it, week 13 or 14 or whatever? No, week 14 when we played them. Man, that's the best offensive, like, Steelers game that I've seen probably since 2018. Against the Bengals. When we beat them 44 to whatever.
38.
There you go. It's like, yeah, dude. I don't know. I was hot last night. I kind of gave up. I kind of just lost faith in the team completely already. I don't know what the answer would be. At this point, it's not great coaching. It's lack of talent on offense. You can tell the defense isn't communicating properly. You can tell they're not all the way there. You can tell TJ's still kind of banged up too. You can tell, again, it's over. It's over at the end of the day. That's all I gotta say. It's over. I don't care what you're talking about. We can go to Baltimore. we can keep it close. Nah, dude, it's over.
So what happens if y'all win?
Man, I'll come on here with the biggest smile on my face. Especially again, I'm surrounded by nothing but Commanders and Ravens fans. I'm surrounded by nothing but them. So if I can sit there and wear my Steeler hoodie outside the house, if I can wear my Steelers beanie outside the house, I'll be a happy man. And at that point, man, we might fuck around and go to KC and beat them.
I think that y'all have a chance because it is the ultimate rivalry. It can go either way. Like I know you like, but I will say this. I don't believe in Russ. I don't I don't believe in that man, bro. He takes way too many sacks and he blew the game the last time against Baltimore, but we'll see. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. Washington travel to Dallas, take on the Cowboys. They win the game 23-19. Dallas finished the season 7-10. Commanders finished the year 12-5. I got two takeaways from this game. Shout out to Mariota, got it done. 3 total touchdowns. They benched Jay Daniels for the second half. He really came up clutch and got them that win late in the game. Shout out to Mariota. Second takeaway from this game was I want to give a shout out to Mike McCarthy. I think even with everything that's happened with this team this season, they still somehow finished 7-10. And now people gonna look at that, man. That's a terrible record. They lost 10 games, but at one point this team was looking like that they may lose out. And shout out to Mike McCarthy. They almost finished this year 8-9. They almost got this one out, and it is a shout out to that man because say he doesn't go back to Dallas this year, wherever he goes, say he goes somewhere else to be the coach, I think he's gonna be a really good head coach wherever he goes, man. Shout out to him. I mean, I just think he gets in a bad. I just think he's getting a bad rap in Dallas. I'm not saying he's a insane head coach or he's one of the best head coaches in the league, but I think he definitely gets a lot of hate. And that's just me. Like I think he hasn't done a bad job in Dallas. It's been the worst year. Dak's been hurt. The team, Micah got hurt at one point. Trayvon obviously been out for forever. Deron Bland was hurt coming into this season and dealing with some knick-knack injuries. And even when he played, he still got his volume. Absolutely no running back on the team, and that's because of Jerry. But hey, look, man, if they let McCarthy go, let him go. But I just want to give a shout out to him because this team could have gave up games ago.
I really do think that if Dak wouldn't have got hurt, and I do think if Dak didn't get hurt and they were competitive, CD wouldn't have been ruled out. And I'm not gonna say they would have snuck into the playoffs, but the way that they were closing some of these games out later in the season, I mean, you tell me if they have Dak, example in this game against the Commanders, granted, they had Dak in this game, and it came down to the Commanders.
Win.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm sure the Commanders probably would have played their actual starters if it would have come down. Yeah. Let's say it's either them. Like, that could have been the Sunday night game that we'll get into in a little bit. Like, it could have been like a really important game if the Cowboys were still competitive, and for them to still be 10-7. I'm off 7-10. Excuse me, and take down the Buccaneers again, which we will get into later. It was shout out to them, but yeah, I thought the Cowboys had it until that last drive when they got that touchdown. But really shows you the importance of good backup play and how important having a good backup quarterback is with Mariota and the Commanders.
Facts. Yeah, shout out to them, man. They the Commanders will be going to Tampa in the first round to play the Buccaneers. That's gonna be I don't know who's gonna win that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate that matchup.
They played them week 1 too, if you remember. Tampa killed them.
Woo! It's crazy. But yeah, we gonna give our playoff prediction soon. But yeah, go to the next one. Jaguars travel to Indy to take on the Colts. Colts win this game 26-23. They finished the season 8-9. Jaguars finished the year 4-13. The Jags have what are they in the draft? Matter of fact, I'm gonna just pull up the draft order right now.
They got to be top 5, top 10. They have to be top 10, but.
Yeah, so the draft order. So the Jaguars have the 5th. They finished the 5th overall pick. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. This game went to overtime. It's a pretty good game. Joe Flacco, 23 for 40, 264, touchdown. Jonathan Taylor went buck wild. Nobody else on the team got a carry. He got 34 carries, a buck 77, and a touchdown. Josh Downs had himself a good game like he always does with Joe Flacco. He had a drop, but I ain't gonna kill him for it. Michael Pittman, 6 catches, 72 yards. I mean, at 8, Brian Thomas, another 100-yard game. He's crazy, dog. They got something special with him. But yeah, man, shout out to the Colts. really one thing I got to take away from this was what you do with Shane Steichen. I don't think you fire him. I just think the culture in the pickle because when you draft the quarterback that just doesn't have it, you gotta it reflects bad on the coach. But Anthony Richardson doesn't have it, and they look. Joe Flacco is kind of a high maintenance backup. Like he's one of the best backups you can kind of get out here. And you go 9-8 with Minshew, you go 8-9 with this team. Like they're just kind of sitting. They're one of those teams that always find themselves sitting in the middle, and they just need quarter. They just need a quarterback, man. That's just plain and simple. I wouldn't be surprised if they find themselves in like the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes, have him try to come in for like a year or something. We've seen him do it with Phillip Rivers. We've seen him do it with Matt Ryan. We've seen him do it with Carson Wentz. I would not be Jacoby Brissett. I mean, I would not be surprised if you see the Colts go and try to make Aaron Rodgers come to this team.
Yeah, it would be interesting for sure to see him in Indy. Because, yeah, it would be interesting. But, yeah, I do think ultimately it will fall back on Steichen no matter what. Like, even if it's unfair, which it is unfair, because I do think I agree with you. I think he's a pretty good head coach. It's always going to fall back on the head coach, which is, again, unfair. But, I'm pretty sure I said something about it last episode talking about the Colts game, about how I thought Jonathan Taylor was going to go crazy because the whole McAfee thing, how he was just he was dragging the Colts. He was talking about how they just are a poverty franchise and they're just very mid and mediocre. And I was like, man, let me start JT in fantasy this week. I knew he was about to go off. I also started Flacco, but besides the point, yeah, he again, it's the same argument with Mariota. It's like it really shows you what the importance of having a great backup is. You know, you never know when your starting quarterback is either A, not going to play great, or B, just go out. And it's obviously the same argument with the whole Russ and Fields. If you start Russ, if you start Fields, it's like Flacco's a great backup. Like you said, one of the best backup quarterbacks in the NFL. So to have a backup and kind of go out there and actually win a, granted, it wasn't an important game for him, but to go out there and actually look competent and look good is speaks volumes.
Facts, I agree. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do in this offseason for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, it's just tough. I don't think Shikens should go, to be honest. But heading over to the other AFC South matchup, the Texans travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Texans win this game 23-14. Titans finish the season 3-14 and get themselves the number one pick in the draft. They will be picking first in the draft. Crazy. I think I had them ranked as one of my top sleeper teams for the year, and they just shit the bucket. The Texans finished the year 10-7. You know, I do want to say something about the Texans. They did not have that great of a year, and they still won 10 games. I do want to give a huge shout out to them. Candid, the extra week does kind of like, it's just weird that I say that because like they would have finished 9-7, but I mean, look, man, they won 10 games, and this is probably gonna be one of the worst seasons they're gonna have in a Stroud era, to be honest with you. And just I want to give them a little shout out, even though I think they're gonna probably lose in the first round. Even though the Chargers, the Chargers can charger and definitely drop that game. But I'm really interested to see what that's going to be like, how that game. I think that's going to be a really good game. That's just me. I think that's going to be a damn good game, Chargers and the Texans, because they're both kind of in the same tier, and I'm really interested to see that one. But yeah, shout out to the Texans. They win this game. Damian Pierce had a big day. Will Levis had a nice, really good pass at the end of this one. I don't know if that was his game or not. I could be very wrong. I don't know, but Titans is just terrible. It's rough. Brian Callahan, he's probably going to stay the coach. I think he should too. I think he needs a chance with a quarterback because I think he's shown he can call good plays. You got Will Levis and Mason Rudolph.
I do wonder who they're going to draft. Like, obviously, I would hope they pick a quarterback. I wonder what quarterback they're going to go with.
I'll be honest. I think, my opinion, and I know everybody kind of hyped on him, but I thought he was the third best quarterback coming into the draft was Jackson Dart. I think he could overtake Shador. I was watching some of his film, and I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if they take him one. That's just me. I mean, I think quarterback wise, the top three quarterbacks are Dart, Ward, and Shador. In no order. I'm not putting them in order like that. I'm just saying those are the top three quarterbacks. But I'm really interested to see. I could see Jackson Dart going one on some nut shit because I don't think they're gonna take Travis, bro. Like they need to get a QB, and it's going to either be Shador, Cam Ward, or Jackson Dart. My pick right now on who I would take for Tennessee purposes, I would take Jackson Dart just because Brian Callahan's system. I really wouldn't take Cam Ward for the Titans. I think that just has the Browns written all over it. That's just me though.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting. I agree with you where you were saying you had the Titans as a sleeper team. I don't know if I had them as a sleeper team, but I didn't think they were gonna be the worst team in the league. Yeah, it's interesting to see the Patriots low key. We'll get into the Patriots game. Patriots blew it. I thought they had that shit in the bag, but
They won.
I know. I thought they had the first round pick in the bag, like the
The first overall pick.
yeah. Excuse me. I should have preferenced that. Yeah, but yeah, I really don't have anything to say about the game. I thought the Titans were gonna win. I thought Mason Rudolph was gonna be the quarterback for the whole damn game, not Will Levis. Damian Pierce went crazy at that. I think he had like a 98, 99-yard touchdown or something like that.
92, something like this. I'm 90.
Man, he was. I think it was what last year, his rookie season last year. It was last year or 2 years ago, where Damian Pierce was a rookie. I think it was 2 years ago actually.
2 years ago, yeah, he was looking like the face, and then it was over.
He was a dog, but yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, we can go over these next two games pretty quickly. Bills travel to New England, take on the Patriots. Patriots win 23-16. They finished the season 4-13. Bills finished the season 13-4. The Patriots clinched the 4th overall pick in the draft. Just one quick shout out was to Keyshawn Boot and Joe Milton. Joe Milton looked pretty good out there today. I won't even lie. He looked damn good. He's gonna probably be he'll get his shot one day. Not in New England though, but you know he'll definitely get his shot in the league. I could definitely see him starting some games in the future. I was gonna move on. You got anything to say about this game?
Man, bring Joe Milton to damn Pittsburgh is what we need to do. Bring somebody to Pittsburgh. Man, that man was slinging the ball.
Did you see the play where he like spun out of the sack and threw a dot in the end zone? That was crazy.
I was just thought he did a backflip, and if a quarterback can do a backflip in the end zone, man, I want that quarterback in my team because I can't. Man, Russ ain't doing none of that. Russ is gonna try to run over somebody, and
Russ could barely move out the pocket.
Nah, man. One of the people I've been talking with, one of my friends on IG, he in like the whole pre-draft thing, he said he didn't really watch college like that, but he was like, man, why is Joe Milton not really going that high? And when he had that like, one crazy ass combine with the deep ball, and he was just slinging it. I was like, oh no, it's just because he be making dumb he be taking too many dumb sacks. He holds on the ball too long, like all that stuff. I was like,
facts.
But man, he was balling today. He was balling today.
He was balling, bro. He was unbelievable. He was going crazy. But yeah, going on to the next game, Giants traveled to Philly today. They finished season. Philly win the game 20-13. They finished the year 14-3. Giants finished the year 3-14. The Giants, they clinched the 3rd overall pick in the draft. So they probably gonna be going quarterback. I have nothing really to say about this game. Just shout out to the Eagles. They finished the season 14-3. Let's go on to the kind of the meaningful morning games. The Bears traveled to Green Bay to take on the Packers. They win the game 24-22. They snapped the 10-game losing streak. Packers finished the year 11-6, and the Bears finished season 5-12. Packers, they dropped. Well, they clinched the 7th seed, which means they go to Philly for the first round. I just got really two main takeaways. Shout out to Caleb. I thought he played okay. They did enough. DJ Moore tried to sell him the game, but they did enough. He had a really good drive at the end of the game to put Santos in position to win the game. Like he's done a lot of times this year. He's put them in a lot of positions to win these games. Kickers just missed it, or the coaches just messed it up. My second takeaway is Green Bay. It was competitive early. Halftime, it was 14-13. Like, I don't think you should have sat your starters. It wasn't like you had nothing to play for, essentially. Even if the Commanders won, right? Because, even if the Commanders won, because Commanders finished 11-6, right? Yeah. It was the same record, right?
Yeah. If the Packers won, the Commanders lost, Packers would be going to Tampa.
yeah, like, and it's just like, well, no, wait, let me see. Well, because if they both won, wouldn't have Green Bay or no?
No, no. If they both won, it was still Washington.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Washington is 12-5. My fault. They're 12-5. But yeah, like either way it goes, at the time, like you still have something to play for. I thought it was interesting. I guess they just thought Washington was gonna win, but I thought they pulled their stars at the wrong time. Prayers to Christian Watson. He's hurt. Um, but yeah, Green Bay just didn't play well. Malik Willis didn't really do too much. Um, they didn't really do too much after they pulled the starters. That's why the Bears are able to pretty much clinch the game. 3 field goals in the fourth quarter. Bears got they got a touchdown in the field goal. But yeah, shout out to Chicago. They finished the season off with with at least something good to go into the offseason with. But I think I think Keenan's gone. I think DJ might be gone too. I think they're gonna redo a lot of stuff. They're gonna bring in a new coach, and he's gonna bring in a whole new weapon, redo the offensive line. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there are really no takeaway for the game besides, I mean, you basically said it. I thought they pulled the starters way too early. Even if you thought the Commanders were gonna win, I think they pulled them in like the first or like early second quarter. It's like,
yeah,
man, you guys can still win the game. At least like keep your starters in. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously the Commanders won, so in hindsight, it wouldn't matter. Like it was actually smarter for
yeah,
them to
but
sit them. But
yeah,
still,
but in the moment, the Commanders are losing
yeah,
most of the
it didn't make
game.
sense. It didn't make sense to me at all. Because it wouldn't have came down to a field goal. It wouldn't have came down to the Bears making a field goal. They would have won. They would easily have
Exactly,
won.
exactly. Yeah, going on to the next one. Saints travel to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers. Buccaneers win this game 27-19. They finished season 10-7. Saints finished season 5-12. The Buccaneers, after the Rams won today, they get the Rams lost. My fault. They get the Rams lost, right? Yeah, so since they lost, Tampa does get the 3 seed. Yeah, Baker. I just got two main takeaways. Shout out to Mike Evans for getting 1,000 yards. Just it was an unreal moment. And shout out to Baker. I thought he played well enough. This game was close though. They had to come up clutch. Um, they were down a lot heading into the fourth quarter. They scored 2 touchdowns to win this game. Shout out to Baker. But hey man, Tampa looked like they might win a playoff game.
Yeah, at first they kind of struggled. I was kind of worried about them for a little bit, but
Yeah, I was too, because I was like, bro, if they lose this game,
mm-hmm, exactly. It's like this is the game that you had to win. You had to win this shit. I mean, credit to them, they did. They beat the easy team. I can't say the same
yeah,
about the team I'm wearing the beanie of, but yeah, dude, it's crazy. Shout out to them. Shout out to Baker. Shout out to Mike Evans for getting his 1,000 yards. They were force feeding the hell out of him. You would know, first of all, if Lattimore was there, that shit would not have happened. But second of all,
no.
I saw
He
some
probably
tweet.
wouldn't have got it.
I saw some tweet. I'm sure you saw the same thing. They're like, yo, if I'm the Saints head coach, I'm putting like all 11 guys on Mike Evans. You can throw a game sealing touchdown or whatever to somebody else.
That's
Like I'm having
crazy.
11 people on Mike Evans. I do not care. He is not getting them 5 yards. That shit was hilarious. But yeah, shout out to Mike Evans.
Hey, mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, shout out to him. 11 straight years is just wild. Going on to the next game. This was probably a top 5 game of the year, in my opinion. Panthers travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Falcons lose this game. Panthers get the dub 44-38. Atlanta drops to 8-9 on the year. Panthers go to 5-12. The Panthers currently have the 8th pick in the draft, and Atlanta is the 15th pick. Man, Michael Penix looked damn good today. Candidate was against the Panthers defense, but Bryce looked damn good. Candidate was the Falcons defense, but I thought both quarterbacks looked damn good. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very entertaining game. They were making plays, play after play after play after play. Bijan was phenomenal. 28 carries, $172 touchdowns. Drake London was amazing. 10 catches, $187, 2 touchdowns. And you would think with a defensive-minded head coach, you could find a way something for the defense. And you got Justin Simmons, Jesse Bates, you got all these guys, and it just secondaries is awful. But yeah, man, shout out to this. Look, Bryce Young, 25 for 34, 251, 3 touchdowns. With he had 5 touchdowns, bro. Like Bryce has just come in with nothing to lose. It's that nothing to lose mentality, bro. It just unleashed him. It unlocked him. and he's a franchise quarterback. I'm all on the Bryce train, bro. He looks insane. He looks phenomenal. He's making the throws he's making are unreal. He's throwing in the tightest of windows to really bad receivers. He's making Adam Thielen look like a Pro Bowl guy again. I give it to him. Bryce is balling. Going into next season, I think they do need to get Jonathan Brooks, if he can stay healthy, if he can be that running back too for them, because they're gonna have Chuba and him. And I think they need to get one more receiver, one more alpha receiver, and then the rest should just be catered to the defense. But they got something with Bryce Young, bro. I think next season this offense is gonna be really electric because Dave Canales, we never doubted him being an OC, but I definitely think that this offense could definitely take a jump next year. And as far as Atlanta goes, them as well. Michael Penix made some really great throws in some really tight windows. And look, Drake London looks insane with them. But yeah, man, shout out to both of these teams. Hey, look, for a division that's really up in the air every year, one of these two teams might mess around and take it next year with these quarterbacks. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually hyped they both in the same division because I want to see this twice a year because they was balling. They was balling, bro.
Yeah, it really shows you the talent and from the 2025 quarterback class. Oh, excuse me, 2024 quarterback class. Excuse me. Yeah, dude. It reminded me of that game. I think it was a couple years ago with PJ Walker in Atlanta, where he just like threw that Hail Mary down the field, and I think the game went. Yeah, and DJ Moore yanked his helmet off and all that. It reminded me exactly of that game, like the vibe of it, like that intense in Atlanta. Panthers versus Falcons. I also think went to overtime as well. But yeah, dude, Bryce was balling. Drake, like you said, everything you said, I agree with. Drake London was balling. Bijan was balling. Penix looks good. Bryce Young is freaking balling as well. I'm pretty sure I said during the trade deadline, I was like, shit, if you're not gonna use him, trade him somewhere that, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could really see them, especially with the schedule that they'll probably have next year, coming out and being competitive. At least maybe not like playoff level competitive, but like not 8th, 9th pick in the draft competitive. Like I could see them being that middle of the pack type team if Bryce is playing like he is right now. Dude, this really might be the best game that he's played as a pro. Like,
oh yeah,
it's
most
crazy.
definitely by a mile. Yeah, he was ball, bro. And he's been improving ever since he got back in the lineup. He's been making some insane throws week in, week out. Shout out to them. Hey man, shout out to Bryce because this was all him. Like this was all him, bro. He elevated this offense. Shout out to both of these guys. Penix is gonna be really good too, man. This 2024 quarterback class, I said it, bro. Like, and everybody was like, bro. I remember people telling me, man, it's just gonna be Caleb and Jaden Daniels. I said, bro, Drake May is a stud. Bo Nix is a stud. And I think JJ McCarthy with Kevin O'Connell is going to be really good too. Like, I think he can be really good. Penix is, bro, we're talking 5. Is it 5? Caleb, Jaden,
be 6,
Bo,
right?
Penix, McCarthy.
5? Okay.
No, who's the 6th one I'm missing? I'm missing one.
Yeah, you missing some. May.
I missed Drake May. Drake May, yeah.
May.
Caleb, Jaden, Bo, McCarthy, Penix, Drake May. Bro, all of them looking like franchise QBs. Like, oh, JJ's jury's still out. But, bro, if he with Kevin O'Connell, they could be 6. They could be the new generation. Like, this quarterback class, bro, it's insane. Like, the thing was, like, I knew they were going to be good. I didn't think 6 of them were. Like, I thought Penix and McCarthy were going to be kind of whatever. But, bro, they're looking like Penix is looking really good, bro. And Kansas, I'm not going to, he hasn't really played anybody. I do want to put that out there. I think the games he played was the Giants.
I mean, they played the Commanders.
Yeah, but yeah, I give him. I mean, we're gonna have to see how it is next season. But I mean, he looked good. Like he looked good. So hopefully going into next season, they can kind of keep some of the same stuff that they had and not blow everything up and give them a whole new coaching staff and everything like that. Trade Kyle Pitts and all that. Get rid of Tyler Algier. Like make everything kind of similar. But yeah, let's go to the next one. Yeah. I think that's it for the morning window. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the afternoon window. First game up, Chargers travel to Vegas, take on the Raiders. They win the game 34-20. They finish the season 11-6. Raiders finish the season 4-13. Chargers clinch the 5th seed in the AFC playoffs. They will go to Houston in the first round. Meanwhile, the Raiders clinched the sixth overall pick in the draft. Two takeaways. One, shout out to the Chargers. They handled business. J.K. Dobbins ran the ball well. Quentin Johnston was a monster, surprisingly. Shout out to him, I guess. 13 catches, a buck 86. I mean, what the hell? He still had a drop, though. I think to be honest, I'm surprised. I don't know if these stats right because I saw him definitely drop at least two, but I think one of them was like a flag or something like that. But yeah, Ladd had a good game, catches 95 yards. Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers did their thing as well. My take with the Raiders are screwed. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna fire Antonio Pierce, and I mean they need everything. They need more receivers. They need a running game. They need a quarterback. They need DBs. They need a lot. And they got Brady in that building, but bro, this is gonna take years to kind of build up, and you got to start getting the right coach. I don't think Antonio Pierce is a bad coach, but they're not gonna give him a shot with the Raiders. It's just not, I knew when they brought him in, I said he's gonna be fired after this year, bro. They set that man up for failure. It's tough.
Yeah, no, he gone. I think there's probably like about to be maybe 6, 7, 8-ish opening spots for head coaches this off season. Be interesting to see what happens. Uh, yeah, this was just like a little scrimmage for the Chargers. You already knew they're about to win. Like you knew they had it. They kind of started off a little bit slow, but towards the end they just they got hot, they got right, they all that,
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, this game was never a question at all.
Facts. Going on to the next one, Seahawks travel to LA to take on the Rams. Seahawks win this game 30-25. Both teams finished the year 10-7. The Rams obviously clinched the end of the division, so they are the fourth seed, and they host Minnesota first round. That's gonna be a good game, bro. Those two teams are very similar in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, not really much to say on this game. Seahawks, Geno had a good game, 20 for 27, 223, 4 touchdowns, and still almost sold the game. But yeah, shout out to the Seahawks. Finished the year 10-7. Right now, their pick is gonna be they got the 18th pick. So I mean, we'll see what happens, what they decide to do there. I could see them. I think Jackson Dart will be a good spot for him to go to if he'll fall at 18.
Yeah, this game was kind of whatever as well. There was not really any importance to it. I'm kind of wondering what they're gonna do with Geno. I think Tyler Lockett is probably gone. Maybe even retired. It'll be interesting to see what this team looks like next year. To see who's on this team next year. But like for example, for me, I really did not think they were using DK to his fullest potential in the last like
They
2
can trade him.
months. Yeah, trade him to Pittsburgh, bro. Like,
No.
man, can you imagine? Can you imagine DK and Pickens next to each other?
Can you imagine Bo and DK?
Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, bro. Yeah. But yeah, man.
That's the only thing you about to be doing is imagining that shit. Because he about to be in the black and gold next year.
We'll
Man,
see.
they're going to be fighting over who wears number 14. All that.
Ooh, we'll see. Anyways, going on to the next game, San Francisco travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Arizona wins the game 47-24. Finish season 8-9. San Francisco finishes 6-11. San Francisco, they got the 11th overall pick. That's a good pick for them in deciding what they want to do. Both teams have some question marks. I think Kyler will be back. He had a solid game, 25 for 35, 4 touchdowns. I think they definitely are going to make some changes. I think James Conner could be gone. I think they go out and try to get another receiver. For the 49ers go, they got a lot of tough decisions, but it was nothing really to take much away from this game, to be honest. Shout out to Dobbs.
I was talking with one of my friends who he a big 49ers fan. And imagine that like one of these top quarterbacks fall. Let's say they fall to like 7 or 8. And the 49ers trade up to 7 or 8, pick up the quarterback and let Purdy walk. It's not as insane as like if they would have the 30th, 32nd, 31st pick and then they have to trade up all the way to a top 10 pick. I mean, you could trade up to a top 8 pick and pick a quarterback, keep him on the rookie
Imagine
contract.
they get like Cam Ward.
I don't know. It was just like a hypothetical. Like, let's say one of these top quarterbacks. Shit, imagine, he's not going to, but imagine Shador falls to like 8, 9.
Nah, he going top.
It's like, I'm saying imagine though. Like, imagine he does. Granted, you could say imagine if he does, man. There's going to be another 20 teams, 15 teams trying to trade up as well. But yeah, it was just hypothetical. Like, I do kind of wonder what they're going to do with Purdy and the contract, if they do give him a contract, what the contract will look like. Or again, you do have a premium, almost damn near top 10 pick. Like, what would you do with a top 10 pick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It would have to be quarterback. That's the only thing you really can do, to be honest. But I don't know. But yeah, moving on. Let's go to the next game. Dolphins traveling to New York, take on the Jets today. They lose the game 20-32. Shout out to the Jets. They get the dub. Aaron Rodgers played really well. They finished the year 5-12. Dolphins finished the year 8-9. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers and Devontae. They finished the year off good with a bang. A little bit look like Garrett Wilson might get out. The Jets got a lot of stuff to do. I don't really want to get too much into them right now. One thing I do want to get into, Tyreek Hill basically said, fuck Miami. I'm done. That man requested a trade in a post-game interview. I have never seen a player do that. I'm out. Well, I missed the playoffs. I'm out. Like, what? Bro, I've never heard anything like that, bro. That was crazy. I'm out? Like, bro, man, I'm out. Also, like, what does that mean? Like, you're off the team? Like, you're talking about Miami? Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Then the man tweeted on Twitter talking about some peace out, Miami. I love y'all fans and fan nation, blah, blah, blah. He gone. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see if he, where he's going to be. I mean, I can imagine him in that black and gold, number 10, run down the sideline.
Orange and blue. Get revenge on the Chiefs twice a year.
Get revenge. How we get revenge when you guys are going to lose twice a year to him?
We ain't losing twice. You realize if we get Tyreek Hill, we might go to the Super Bowl next year.
Stop.
We get, bro, that man was just
the
voted
bull?
best player in the league. Best player in the league.
Nah.
If we give us time, we were 10-7 this year with a lot of close call games.
He gonna play running back too?
He can play everything.
Okay. He gonna play quarterback?
Slide outside, running back, kick returner. Shit, I'll put him at safety for a little bit. Hell yeah.
He be you guys' cornerback 1 too?
Cornerback?
Yeah, he'll be you guys' cornerback 1.
Hell nah. Chill out. No, but bro, real shit, bro. We get Tyreek. Okay, I may be pushing Super Bowl, but we gonna definitely be some crazy shit. But yeah, let's go on to the next game. Wait. First, I don't even think you finished what you was talking about. Did you finish?
I didn't say nothing.
Okay, good. Yeah.
No, only thing I was gonna say about A-Rod. Man, it really might be this man's last game, bro. It could be his man's
I'll take him
in Pittsburgh.
He can come Denver, be a backup.
Ain't no one trying to go to Denver. Man, that really might be his last game, bro. His last game.
Nah, it's not. He coming back. He not going out like that.
I don't know. Anyway, man, I can't lie. It kind of got me in my feelings a little bit. Really thinking like, damn, that might be his last game ever. That's all I gotta say.
Going on to the best game of the day. Chiefs travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I remember someone was texting me like, "Are you nervous for this game?" I mean, it's only people actually picked the Chiefs to beat us. Disrespectful. 38-0. We finished the year 10-7. Chiefs finished the year 15-2. We clinched the playoffs. First time in 9 years. You get the 7th seed. We gotta go to Buffalo. Shout out to the one only, the rookie of the year. You know they're not gonna give it to him. Bo Nix. 26-29, coach. 321, 4 touchdowns. Didn't take a sack. 97 QBR, perfect passer rating. Was the team's leading rusher. They really hold my man, Ryan. I know you saw the play. That man, Bo, look, run. Here goes Nix running. Tossed it back to Javonte, trash ass for a quick little, give it to him. Cortland Sutton had a good day, whatever. Shout out to my boy Marvin Mims. Shout out to Devon Bailey. Those guys going to be here for a while, man. Shout out to those two guys. Marvin Mims is coming along really well. I mean, it was just a great day overall. We pitched a shutout, 38-0. They didn't have a shot. But they picked the Chiefs to win. They ain't score a goddamn point. Shout out to the defense. Defense said, we ain't giving y'all shit. I don't care what you think is finna happen. Y'all ain't getting shit. Y'all ain't getting the goddamn thing today. This ain't the old Broncos where we might fuck around, lose this game that we 100% should win. No, this is Sean Payton era. We finished here 6-2 at home. Bo Nix setting all type of records. Unbelievable. We going to the playoffs. Hey man, you know I was going. You know, I already know I was gonna do this, Ryan. They had us, bro. They had us. Do you realize they had us this 66%? He had a 66 completion percentage, 3,775 yards, 34 total touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 93 passer rating. Only took 24 sacks. You know, Russell Wilson took 33 sacks in 6 less games than Bo Nix. That's the difference right there, baby. Look, man, all I can say is this is my quarterback. This is my quarterback, dog. It's a beautiful day. Got the playoff berth too. Don't forget he caught a touchdown. And you know, look, man, it is what it is. Shout out to the guy. Broncos win. We going to the playoffs. Go ahead, Ryan.
Congratulations. You guys beat the Chiefs high school team. Beat them up pretty good, too.
We gave him belt to ass. The fuck we did it. Everybody talking about we gonna lose. We gonna lose in this game. Disrespectful, bro. Disrespectful to everybody.
The argument that the Bengals are afraid to play the Bengals was kind of funny to me. Like
You mean the Chiefs?
yeah, excuse me, my fault. Yeah, that the Chiefs are afraid to play the Bengals in the playoffs was kind of funny. It was like,
Bro, I feel like the Chiefs are worried to play either us or the Bengals. Like they people acting like we just like chop liver or something, bro. Like the Chiefs barely beat us. They beat us off a blocked field goal.
I think they more worried to play. They would
Yeah,
be more
of
worried to
course,
play
you got
Cincinnati.
Jamar and Joe, but we
Yeah.
ain't no chop liver too now. Don't let us go into Buffalo and steal a game.
But also, I don't I think if they needed to clinch the 1 seed, I don't think they would have just sat their players just for you guys to get in them not there was nothing for them to play, so why would you play anybody? It would be dumb.
Regardless if they played their starters, we weren't losing this game. We weren't losing this game. They can't. We weren't losing this game. I'm telling you, we was not going to lose this game.
Okay.
Shout out to the guys. Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Sean Payton. Shout out to everybody, bro. We in the freaking playoff. First time in 9 years. I had to get my little segment on my Broncos. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the Sunday night football game. Supposedly I was heard. I was told this shit was going to be game of the year. Vikings travel to Detroit to take on the Lions. Number 1 seed on the line. NFC North division title on the line. Lions ran away with the game. Just manhandled the Vikings 31-9. They go to 15-2. Vikings drop to 14-3. Both quarterbacks to me were terrible in this game. Awful. Sam Darnold was horrible. 18 for 41, 166. He was horrible. Once again, what did I say, Ryan? Well, me and you both say last episode. Ain't no way in hell I'm paying that man. It is no way in hell, bro. After today, it just goes to show, bro. Can't save everybody. I don't think Sam Darnold had a bad year by any means. He has a good year, great year. It's good, but bro, he was terrible tonight. He was so inaccurate. It was on watch. Jared Goff was damn near just as bad too, but he got Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra in the crew. But Sam Darnold, Lord Jesus, bro. I don't know what else to say to him. I mean, that was as rough as it can get. I mean, he was missing Jefferson left and right. He was missing Hawkinson on big plays, big chunk plays, missing Addison in the red zone. I mean, this game was on Sam Darnold. Honestly, I mean, I feel like the defense got you two takeaways. You just couldn't capitalize. They kept getting stopped in the red zone. Shout out to the Lions, though. They earned this 1 seed. They still playing well throughout all these injuries, especially to the defense. Their defense is still, and they played man coverage on the Vikings all game. Shout out to Aaron Glenn. That's my type of motherfucking defense. Straight man coverage across the board, beat us. And shout out to them boys.
Yeah, for me it was mainly just the red zone offense compared to the Lions. That Lions went 3 for 3 in the red zone, and Vikings went 0 for 4. I mean, it's simple as that. Like, yeah, I mean, I thought this game was gonna be a lot closer than, and I'm sure everybody else did as well. Was gonna be a little bit closer than it actually was, but it's crazy to think about like who the Lions actually have missing from this team, and they're still killing a team like the Vikings who are 14-2. It's like, it's crazy. It's insane. But on the Vikings, I'm on the Vikings side. If the Vikings come out here and play like this against the Rams, I mean they going home round one. It's also crazy to think about if let's say next week they lose to the Rams. Let's just say they
All that Sam Donald shit out the window.
the just this season, the Vikings would have gone 14-4, 14-0 against every other team in the NFL or that they played, and 0-4 against the Rams and the Lions. So the only two teams that they would have lost to were the Rams and the Lions, and they would have been completely undefeated against every other team that they played. So it's like, take whatever information you want to take away with that, go for it. But I think, like I said last episode, I don't know if they're gonna give it to him. But if, for me, it was whoever won this game won Coach of the Year, and I know you like Kevin O'Connell, and I'm not saying that's a bad choice, but I just don't know a way you'd be able. Yeah, I mean, it has to go. Like, how are you gonna give it to a coach that is 0-2 against Dan Campbell, who, in my opinion, should get it? And it's also not like the Lions aren't struggling with injuries as well. I mean, the Lions, they had Jamal Adams out there for a couple weeks, bro. Like, no offense to him, he was balling in his prime, but like,
You can't say no offense to him after just dogging that man like that. Talk about no offense. You said, man, they had Jamal Adams out there, which they did. That was crazy.
I don't know. It's like who you had and who you've lost. Shout out to the Lions. I mean, we both picked the Vikings to win, and I knew maybe a couple minutes into this game, just the way that the Vikings came out, and then more so Sam Darnold, it was like, yeah, the Lions had this shit in the bag. But shout out Lions. Got the number 1 seed. NFC runs through them now, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, man, what a season. Shout out to this year. I loved it. My Broncos are back. Ryan Steelers, they on the come up still.
Man, they back. No, so you can say it, they back. They back to their usual normal ways. They back. You can say that shit though. They back.
Anyways, man, what a season. We're gonna come out with a playoff vid, giving our playoff predictions soon, for sure soon. Definitely before this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be during the week. But yeah, you got anything you want to leave off with, Ryan?
No, I got nothing.
Okay, I got some. So, yeah, I got something to ask you. Okay, so right now, I want you to give me who you think like your award winners, yeah, I want you to give me your just basic award winners like MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Defensive Rookie of the Year probably be maybe Verse, probably him or Quinyon Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. You got to give me one though.
I'll go Verse.
Verse.
Rookie of the Year, I think it's gonna be Jaden. Offensive Rookie of the Year, excuse me. MVP will probably, I think it should probably go to Lamar, but also I understand the argument for Josh Allen. It's like, I get it, I understand it. Offensive Player of the Year probably Saquon. Either, yeah, it's gotta go Saquon. And maybe not. Maybe Jamar. No. It's Saquon. And a Defensive Player of the Year, TJ motherfucking Watt.
Oh my God.
Peace.
This man here. I would probably have to say mine would be MVP Lamar, Offensive Player of the Year Saquon, Defensive Player of the Year PS2 for sure. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'll give it to Jaden. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I'll go Quinyon. Those are mine. Yeah,
cool.
I mean, what a season, bro. I wouldn't be mad if they gave it to Jamar though. Jamar's fucking insane. Even though Pastor 10 gave him the shutdown, locks all day, locks.
Don't worry, PS2's year is next year. He got D point next year. This is TJ's year.
No, bro, he better get it this year.
No.
You can. There's no way. There's no way, bro. DK, Mike Evans, George Pickens, Jamar Chase. I can keep going on. Those is a few.
Keep going.
Boxed. Huh?
I said you can keep going then.
I can keep going. Hold on real quick because I got to pull up our schedule. Those just the ones I can think of. No. All right, yeah, so DK, Pickens, Mike Evans, Garrett Wilson, Devontae ducked them in that first game against the Raiders. Who else? Let me see. What else did we play where he was manned up on? Oh, Drake London and Mooney because he was going back and forth on both of them. I'll say Judy because every time he matched up on Judy didn't really give him anything. Like he didn't get Judy got everything on Levi Wallace. Pittman, he had him in a box. Who else? Oh, Jamar. Yeah. 9 receivers. 9. Strap. The rest of them didn't. Chargers don't have a wide receiver 1. The Raiders didn't have a. Oh, I mean, you could say Jacoby Myers. I guess, yeah. Fine. Oh, no. My fault. He wasn't guarding Myers. Brock Bowers. He shut him down 2 games. So go ahead, strap that up. Yup. So
I don't know. I got a picture of Brock Bowers running right by PS2 for a touchdown that first game. Let me see if I can find it.
Not guarding him on that play, but I do remember the next play he was on Brock Bowers. He got two picks guarding Brock Bowers that game. 2. One of them was a pick 6. So yeah, go ahead and give it this play of the year. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this
but no. I mean, just like again, the precedent that was set, you have to give it to the player that's most due. You have to.
That is due.
Not as due as TJ. I mean, how can you give? I pulled the picture up right now. I got it. If I can zoom it in. There you go. Who is that? Is that PS2?
He wasn't guarding Brock that play.
Who is that?
He was.
You can't really
He was
see
not
it like
guarding
that.
Brock that play. He may have been chasing him, but
Is that PS2?
he wasn't guarding him.
And that's Bowers? I mean, all I know is my depoy ain't ever gonna let up some touchdown like that in coverage. But
did your depoy put up a single stat this week?
No, they was holding him though all game. So.
I ain't trying to hear none of it.
They was holding him all game. He had a strip sack. He had a strip sack fumble, but they called that shit back.
Yeah, so he recorded 0. Well,
It's all right. It's all right. Again, he's the most due. He's the most deserved, and that's just how this shit works.
That is the best. That is a top 5 player in football.
Congratulations. All that shit can be true. Just like last year, TJ was the best defensive player on the planet.
Case for MVP.
Okay, all right, I'll see
you. No, I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, regular season's in the books. Playoff video will be coming soon. Give our predictions and everything like that, who we think is going to win. But I'm your host, JMX, my co-host, Ryan. To the next one. Peace out.